Hey guys, this is the Fighters Replay. This is MILF Mondays. We are back. We have missed all you MILFs, all you muscle mommies too. We're sorry for the delay. Daddy's home. We're going to start with what happened this week with Tyra versus Park. What a performance from Tyra, man. The dude really came in and showed why he's one of the top flyweight prospects.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, just his speed, his ability to switch it up, his striking and his grappling. I mean, seriously, he is a top contender. And it's soon that we should be talking about maybe a title contention fight for him. But all respect to Park, he did come in on a week's notice and fought a really high-level guy. So, there's only so much you can say, whatever about him having a full camp and Park not having a camp, but Tatsuro Taira is just talented, and he's that guy, point blank, period, regardless of anything. Thanks. And I can't wait to see the respect he gets in his next fight, because I think that does do him well in the division to get just that much closer to the title shot.
I agree, yeah. It's really going to be interesting because he's one of the newer types of fighters that's coming into the UFC that are a little they don't fight the same as everybody else because he fights in a different type of way. He grapples in a different type of way. And it's just going to be really interesting to see how much of a problem. It's interesting to see how other flyweights can try to solve that problem.
Flyweight rankings, you could be ranked lower and still get a title contention fight. Compared to other weight classes, you'd have to be top 5 or top 3 or something like that to even be considered for a title shot. Flyweight moves around much faster, has a lot more active fighters, a lot more talent just coming in and out of it. I mean, it's just these fighters have to be so well-rounded, it's insane.
I really think the same thing can be said about the lightweight division. There's always a lot of really exciting talent always coming out there. And the lightweights definitely showed out last Saturday night. Esteban Reboot versus Elvis Brenner.
Crazy fight, man.
What a fight. Esteban and Brenner, man, those guys truly put on one hell of a scrap.
And if it wasn't for that co-main fight of the year contender, that would definitely be fight of the night for sure. Because, I mean, Elvis Brenner really stepped up to the plate. His striking looked great up against Esteban. I just think Esteban, man,
it's just one step ahead, that volume.
Seriously, his combinations, the way he just resets and is able to just keep coming forward regardless of what you throw at him. Take all the shots that you can throw at him. He's always having entertaining bouts. I would love to see him fight for a ranked spot next. I don't see why he shouldn't.
I agree. Yeah.
But all respect to Elvis too. Elvis definitely proved himself to be, close to that ranked spot too. As far as he was extremely tough, was taking those shots, was still coming forward, was still putting together combinations, was landing shots of his own, it was just such a great fight. But the fight of the night really was that co-main, Rebecca and Duncan, man. Holy cow. Oh my gosh.
Such a crazy score.
That was a war. They got inspired by the Reboot Brenner. They saw that.
Both of them won. Fun fact, both of them won fight of the night. So
Oh hell yeah! I did not know that. They definitely deserve two of them. That was one hell of a card. Definitely was entertaining, man. But what does that do? Where does that leave? Where does that leave Duncan? What's next for Duncan then? Because that's a good solid win off of Rebecca.
It's a very, very good win off of Rebecca. And this is a matchup that I don't think many people expected him to actually do as well as he did. And so you got to give him, his respect and give him, I would say, if not somebody that's ranked or, top 15, I would say, hell, even a matchup, I'd want to see him maybe even matched up with Esteban now.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
They're both lightweights. Why not throw them two together, see what type of crazy shit happens?
I'd need to see that as a 5-round main event for a fight night.
I think
that's a main event worthy fight. That's worth 5 rounds. Because even think about it too, I want to see, when we were watching the fights, I was saying this pace is so insane. For both of the fights, it was such a crazy pace. Imagine that at 5 rounds. How does that go for 5 rounds?
I just don't think they would make unranked fighters a main event.
Yeah, good point.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the featherweight division. So we know that 𝕃ove just left. He's now in the lightweight division, and he's champion, whatever.
Alex
And
Volkanovski
is now the champion.
Two-time champ again.
And right now, as of now, he does not have a fight. We believe that Aaron Pico, should he be able to pull off an amazing performance against Leon Murphy, he has an opportunity to steal the spotlight and take that spot. I think that's what the UFC wants. I don't think the UFC wants to book him versus Mosvar. I think that if Pico loses, it's going to be Volk versus Mosvar. If Pico can win in exciting fashion against Leon Murphy, it's going to be Aaron Pico versus Volk, I think. Mm-hmm. I think it would be like a fresh, new, exciting matchup. However, it's hard because whenever you see fighters transition into the UFC from other big promotions, you don't see them necessarily do that well in their first fight.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Michael Chandler. But, Michael Chandler is just he's different in the first round.
Yeah.
But,
I think it is really interesting to see how, the champions from other promotions will come into the UFC and the way that they compete. Think about Patricio Pitbull, the way he came over, had a tough start. The way that MVP did very well. Rainer de Ritter did very well, but you also got to think about it. What level of competition is the UFC setting up for these people? Because think about Kai Asakura. Kai Asakura came in with no fights and immediately got a title shot at flyweight, which is crazy to think of because Rizin, it is known for some great flyweight action, but I don't know. Why would you not give that same respect to RDR, who's a who is a two-weight world champion from one championship with extreme ability and size and everything? Why would you not? And he was fighting Bo Nickel. Come on now. Let's be, that's no disrespect to RDR. RDR is working his way up as he should, and what is being given to him
in 8 months is insane.
Seriously.
It's crazy, and especially with the names of former champion Kevin Holland, Gerald Mearshart. Yeah, is this what he's doing in this short amount of time has been insane. He's looked better with each fight,
Absolutely.
And not even to go into the topic of Rainer de Ritter. It's just been really impressive what he's been doing, and he makes the middleweight division so much fun.
Yeah.
And I could only hope that this fun would translate for as fun as I think that fucking Chimaev versus DDP is gonna be.
Yes, that's gonna be some real middleweight action. I feel like when I talk to people about this fight, they're so one-track minded on one way or the other. They either think that DDP is going to destroy Chimaev or Chimaev is going to destroy DDP, and there's no in between. But I think this could be a really cool clash of styles, clash of heads. These are both some really unorthodox type fighters. Chimaev is very pressure heavy, but DDP has proven that he's good with pressure and he's good with dishing it back and setting off those pressure fighters and being able to disturb their rhythm and what they have going on. So I think that this is going to be really interesting to see, not only in the grappling department, but the striking too. How is the striking going to look in that?
Yeah.
Because every fight starts on the feet, but Chimaev is going to want to go straight to the ground with that.
And it's really hard to imagine just how this fight is going to go because it's really unpredictable for how it's going to look everywhere because both of these guys, we haven't seen enough of Chimaev over the years, but at the same time with DDP, we've seen a lot of him, but it's just that he's so unorthodox that he doesn't fight the same time every time. He fights everybody differently. Mm-hmm. It's going to be... It's going to be interesting to see how these guys try to adjust to each other's styles because it's really fun fight. We're going to take a little pause on this and there's somebody that we haven't talked about yet that deserves to be talked about. This girl just fought Bella Mir, daughter of Frank Mir, who is an excellent prospect and an amazing fighter. Congratulations to her on that win.
Crazy submission, man.
Stone Cold Steph. She stepped up to the plate and took a crazy challenge.
Last minute fight, up a weight class.
Didn't come out on the better end. But that's what champions do. They take risk, and she takes risk. And she is an amazing striker. You can't let one loss define a fighter. And that's definitely going to be the case with Stone Cold Steph. We think this is going to be a really exciting fight. Her opponent is undefeated. She's 5-0. She is a really hot prospect right now, and this
High
is
level
going to be
striker.
dangerous fight for Steph. And we're really excited for this. So shout out to both of those girls, man, because it's going to be a scrap.
Absolutely, man. Shout out Combat Night. We love Combat Night. There's some great fighters, great prospects on Combat Night. That pay-per-view just be way too expensive, fam. Let's get on YouTube. I'm just playing. Nah.
Honestly, Combat Night, they should... Imagine if Combat Night were to do some shit like go on UFC Fight Pass, or if they were able to get on, like, the Zone. If they had, like, a night, like... If they were able to make themselves more accessible, I think it would be so great for the growth of Combat Night. I think Combat Night has a great product of what they got going on.
I think that's the case in a lot of promotion. A lot of promotions have a lot of talent. It's just the promotion aspect of it. Like, you know, of course, everybody wants to get a pay-per-view because you know there's going to be a certain amount of people, of friends and families of the fighters that are going to pay for the pay-per-view because they want to support their people. But at the same time, if you could make that more accessible to the casual viewer, like the amount of eyes and views and attraction that it gets, like, I think it's just so much better. But then here I am, I'm not a businessman. I don't own a promotion. I don't know the logistics side of it. I know that there are, like, they got bills to pay.
But we're speaking in the prospect of a consumer.
No, yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying from what I want as a fan.
Exactly.
But, like, imagine if it was, like, free on YouTube, like YouTube Live or UFC Fight Pass, or they're way too small for ESPN, respectfully. But just making
pillow
things...
fighting on ESPN.
Damn. That's so crazy, bro. That's so crazy. No, I just think that...
They have slam dunk championships on ESPN, bro. That shit when you jump on a trampoline and dunk the ball is...
But I think really it's just the accessibility to these pro fighters that are not quite on the bigger promotions yet, but are working their way up. If they can get that promotion early, you know, especially early on in their pro career, get them their money, get them some views, get them some fans.
Get them some MILFs.
Get them some MILFs. Because we bring MILFs to you every single Monday or Friday, depending on how I feel like editing. However, we are going to be hopping back on this. I hope you guys missed us. We have missed you guys so much. We love talking about combat sports. We've still been keeping up with it. We just have lives. Y'all have lives. However, that doesn't make any excuse. If you've watched at this point in this time in this video, please give us a follow, subscribe, comment.
If you've seen this shit, if you've sat here and watched this video and you've seen us sweating through this bullshit, you see this fucking sweat, blood, and tears that we put in this shit for you.
You better
show us some love.
Reflect it, yeah.
Please.
Absolutely.
We do this for y'all, we do this for us too.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this week's Man I Love Fighting MILF
Monday,
Friday episode. Anyways.
Catch all you MILFs later. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us at The Fighters Replay on every social, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. Not Snapchat, TikTok, everything.
We'll catch y'all later. Peace.